There's a hidden language we use when we talk about chords, and you can use it as a beginner. In music, there are many ways to talk about and teach chords. For example, I can play a chord for you, and you can just look at it and repeat it. I can also tell you the individual notes, so I could tell you play a C, an E, and G in your right hand. And I can also use the language of Roman numbers. You've probably seen it before. It's the I's and V's that will tell you which chord to play. So let's get into how they work, why we use them, and how you can apply them as a beginner to chord progressions and learn them quicker. So what the Roman numbers do is, instead of talking about individual chords and chord names, they tell us about the relationship of the chord. So let's say we're in a scale of C major. Then we can count the scale. Then we can count the notes of the scale. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, instead of counting in Arabic or the normal numbers, because we already use them for lots of things like talking about our fingers, so fingers 1, 3, and 5, or also intervals like a third, a fifth, that's why we use the Roman numbers to kind of distinguish it and make clear what we're talking about. So let's give it Roman numbers. So we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now for a scale, we have these numbers now. When we talk about a number like this, we're talking about the chord that's built on this number. Now let's say, for example, I want to talk about the 1 chord. For C major, the 1 would of course be here. And the 1 chord is the chord inside the scale that's built on this note. So for C, it would be a C major chord. Remember that we're always relating this to the notes inside of the scale. So if we want to build the 1 chord, it wouldn't be C minor because the E flat is not included in the C major scale. So we only take notes from the scale that we're currently talking about. Now let's say, for example, we want to build the 2 chord. The 2 chord in this case would end up being D minor. Now, how do we show that it's a minor chord? We can just use the small notation. So instead of writing the big I, we write a small one. Now, this makes it really fast and easy to see if the chord is major or minor. So let's, for example, go into a chord progression. We all know the 1, 5, 6, 4 progression. You can see for the 6th chord, it's going to be a minor chord. But if we know the notes of the scale, we actually don't even have to worry about it because we know we're only going to play the notes that are inside of our C major scale. So let's start by playing the 1 chord. Then the 5 chord, we count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is going to be G major. Then the 6th chord, you can see it's going to be minor, A minor, and the 4 chord is right here. Okay, now that you understand the system and you're able to use it, why are we even doing this? So why not just say we have C major, G major, A minor, F major? The power of this system lies in its ability to transpose to different keys. So let's say, for example, instead of C major, we want to shift it to something like E major. Now it's a completely new key, and instead of now having to think which chords, what is C major, okay, like how do we transpose C major to our new key of E major? Okay, yeah, for C it's pretty simple. We go to the chord over the root, which is E major, but then about the G chord, how do we transpose that to our key of E major? We would have no idea, and we would have to think about it quite a lot. So our new system will help us build this chord if we think about the Roman numbers. So let's first start giving the E major scale the Roman numbers. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now you can already see where this is going to lead. It's actually quite simple. We start here on the 1 chord, then we know the 5 chord is going to be here on the B. The 6 chord is up here, and the 4 chord is right there. Now for E we have a lot of sharps, for example, in the key of F major. We can also do the same thing. We go to the 5 chord, to the 6 chord, and then to the 4 chord. So if you ever see this Roman number notation, you know it's a great thing to apply these chord progressions to different keys, and that's why when you see a video talking about chord progressions, they're mostly using this system to make it easy to understand and also be able to apply it to other keys. Now, if you're still not quite sure how to find the chords in different keys, how to connect them, how to play progressions and add patterns, all of that stuff you want to learn, then don't worry, I have a free course covering all of that. Just click the first link in the video description or in the pinned comment to watch it right now for free. And I'll see you guys again in the next lesson.